What's going on, MEC? How's everybody doing? We got another episode of MECTV today, and we're going to be making this one interactive and actually reviewing some of your guys' sales funnels live. So we got a couple of picked out, but if we do have time, we might review some extra funnels. So that means if you want to get your sales funnel checked out, reviewed, get some feedback on it, just go ahead and post the link down below and let us know what you're doing, what you're trying to sell, and we'll be able to help you out as best as possible. So first up, I want to give a huge shout out to Akbar Sheikh. He is in the house. He could be anywhere in the world right now, and he is here with us. So everybody, when you watch this live or replay, first up, say hello and say thank you, and we'll get this rocking in just a minute, man. You excited?
Get out of here, man. Anywhere in the world, I'd rather be right here with you.
Good plan. Good plan. Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to see this one too, because like there's so many different things that we do as marketers, and I always love like the little masterminding of when you get a couple of marketing brains together and one person spots one thing and somebody spots something else, and it just adds up to, you know, the conversion machine. So that's what it's all about. And before we get into all these reviews, do you want to give a little bit of background on, you know, who you are and what you do for everybody out there who doesn't know you yet?
Yeah, man, we're just, listen, we are trying to scale ethical online businesses. We're just trying to help them make more so they can give more. You know, just a general business coach. We help them with their funnels, ethical principles of persuasion, traffic, mindset, all that good stuff, strategy, clarity, all that good stuff. So, you know, in essence, our movement is make more, give more. You know, we're trying to help people make more so they can give more to their families, communities, and favorite charities, hence making the world a better place. That's kind of our mission, or rather that is our mission. And we're enjoying it, man. We're really enjoying it. I think as entrepreneurs, we have the gift and the curse, and we all have the same amount of hours in the day. So I'm just like, well, might as well do good with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. And there's so many little tricks to this trade. And when somebody like you has been soaking in it for so long, figuring out all these little pieces, that's where you can kind of have that like eagle eye vision on, you can see somebody's funnel, you can see somebody's emails, their copy, their pages, and in a split second you can say, oh, we can fix this. So that's what I'm really excited for everybody to see, is kind of like your thought process behind that, and even getting one of my own new sales pages roasted. So this is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, man, it's cool. Like, that's one of my favorite things about like online marketing or business. It's like for example, even at a retail store, right? Like, let's just say you have a shelf of, I don't know, whatever, water, right? And they're really not selling, right? And you're like, and I walk in the store and the dude's like, hey man, my water's not selling. I'm like, all right, well, you know, there's no price here. I'm like, what's the price? They're like, oh dude, it's only a quarter. I'm like, well dude, you know, no one's like a mind reader here. Like, let's put a big sign that says 25 cents, right? And the cool thing is like you put that sign and then like immediately that stuff starts selling like crazy. Yep. So it's like, it's one of my favorite things about business is that like it is possible to do some tweaks immediately to your strategy or psychology or marketing and actually see some results relatively quickly. You know, I think we all love a little instant gratification.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that'll be really good to, you know, get people those quick wins. And everybody out there watching this, whether you're live, whether you replay, I want you guys to really think of not just the funnels we're reviewing, but how all these different pieces apply to you, because these are principles we're showing. They can apply no matter what industry and no matter what niche. So I know you guys are going to learn a lot from it. Also, as we get going, I'm going to be taking a couple little cliff notes in the comments. And if you guys have any aha moments, takeaways, share those down below so everybody can benefit from that as well. So let's get into it. Who do we have up first?
Nice. Should I share my screen thingy?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to put my specs on here. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, let's pray this technology works. Oh boy. Can you see my screen?
Yep, all good. I see the Zoom.
Wow, is it that easy? Okay, wow, you got this on point. All right, cool. So let's take a look at a funnel. So, all right, boom. Now I want to teach everybody a couple of things that, now here's the thing, right? Like I would say what my dad said. My dad said, a wise person can learn from the writings on a wall, but a fool can't learn from a library. You know, I'm sure someone else said that, but my dad told me that. And the point of that is, like, this might not be your funnel, the one that we're looking at now, but I want to teach you some timeless principles, some ethical principles of persuasion that you can absolutely implement into your business. So pretty much every piece of advice I'm going to give to every funnel, you can implement in your own business. So hopefully that's helpful to as many people as possible. Okay, cool. So I'm going to break down the 5 ethical principles of persuasion in each one. First of all, you click on this funnel, it's like, boom. All right, now check it out. Wouldn't you love to make your next Candy Crush or Uber? Now get the free guide that shows you how you can. Learn the exact 10-step system that I use to make the #1 educational game in the App Store without any experience. Boom, shakalaka. Here's the thing. This is pretty freaking good. Okay. Now, there's a study by a very reputable organization. They showed a bunch of people websites, right? And then they're like, all right, and there was a focus group. They showed a bunch of people funnels websites, right? And they're like, all right, talk to us about it. What were your thoughts on this website? Do you know that 80-90%, like what do you think 80-90% of people talked about one element? What do you think that is, Arne?
I'm not sure. Maybe they don't know what Candy Crush is or something like that. That was my first thought.
I'm saying they took a bunch of people, they showed them just like a random, like just random websites. And they're like, what is your #1? Like give us your thoughts. Give us all your thoughts. And 80-90% of the people, their thoughts were based off of design. Nothing about the wording or the dude's picture, like this, oh, this dude's got a long nose, or like, and I'm just making that up, I have a long nose. But, what is Candy Crush? Nothing like that. It was all about the design. Now, I'm going to go like kind of deep psychology here. I'm going to show you one of my favorite websites. Now, I want everyone to think about this for a second, right? Check this out. This is masterclass.com. This is probably one of my favorite websites. When you're looking at this, when you're looking at masterclass.com, when you're looking at this, how do you feel right now? Like, how do you feel right now? I feel like, look at this picture. Look at that lighting. Look at that pose. Look at this. Look at the clarity. This is how, just look at this for a second. You know how I feel? I feel at peace. I feel calm. I feel refreshed. I feel like I'm a part of something serious and big and VIP. I feel happy. I feel confident. You know what I'm saying? Like what about you, Arne? Like, do you feel like that?
Yeah, it's clean. Kind of reminds me of the Netflix interface.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Now, that's how you feel, right? As a person. Now I'm in that psychological state where I'm relaxed and I'm in a really good mood. Now, boom. How do you feel now? I feel anxious, like stressed, like, it's a big cluster F, right? I'm like, you go from, you go, you're like, or you're like, you know what I mean? So it's like design. Now, here's one of the most beautiful things I want to tell people. Like, I want to really tell you some really cool news. I want to be the bearer of good news, and I want to give all entrepreneurs, no matter what level you're at, some good news. You got Masterclass, who's, by the way, is owned by, I believe, Oprah. These guys are freaking 9-figure company, all right? They got website people, coders, they got designers, they got graphic designers, they got copy people. They got a whole freaking team, dude, building out their website. And you know who's building out your website? Primarily you. Or maybe we'll hire someone to build it out. But here's the beautiful thing. You see this, you see this feel, this clean feel? You can get that too. There's no reason at all you can get that, but we are our own worst enemies. As entrepreneurs, we shoot ourselves in the foot. And look at this background, bro. And by the way, this man is a great man. This is a friend of mine, by the way. So in case you think I'm picking on anyone, this is a friend of mine. Look at this. This is the back writing. Look, it's kerfuffled. You need a clear. Here's the thing. This generation's pretty effed up in the sense that our brains are really messed up because it's very coddled. Our brains are very spoiled. You've heard me say a goldfish has an attention span of 8 seconds. A human has an attention span of 7 seconds. Our brain is very spoiled now. If we make it work extra, it's like it gets turned off. It's like a spoiled little child, right? It's like my daughter, right? And I'm just teasing, but it's like if I don't cut her crusts, her toast just perfectly. If she even sees like a smidgen of like peanut butter on that, it's like forget about it. She's not eating the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our brains are like. It's like our funnels, our websites have to be slippery slopes. And here's the lesson I want to tell people is like, you're asking for something, right? You're asking for them to opt in here. Think about real life. Like people too often think this online world is like something else. It's very much not. It's very much just like real life because it is real life. If you wanted a favor from a friend, your wife, your husband, whatever, you wanted a favor, you wanted something, what are you going to do? You're going to call them over. You're going to open the door for them. You're going to pull the chair out. You're going to give them their best meal. You're going to give them a good dessert. You're going to clean the dishes. You're going to make life real easy for them, aren't you? And you know what? You're making it really hard for them to say no. But we're not doing that on our websites. You see, we're making it tough for my brain right now to even read this. Like I have to concentrate to read, even though this is, I would say, a pretty good text right here, pretty good copy. Like you're making me work hard, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. You spent time, money, effort, resource to get me here. Don't lose me now. Keep, grab onto me and allow me to stay by making it a slippery slope. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Got it.
Okay, cool. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to talk about that. Now, if you take a look at it, and some people get caught up in this, look at this. You have his face, 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 his face. I mean, are you noticing a trend here? So here's the thing. People's favorite topic is themselves, right? But people want to know, like, dude, what can you do for me? You know what I mean? People want to know, what can you do for me? It's like, you're awesome. I get that. That's cool. But like, let's talk about me for a second, because it's a very delicate line. Like, yes, we need to show ourselves as likable authorities, but it's a very delicate line between like, dude, I'm the superstar. We really need to make our prospect feel like a superstar. Do you see what I'm saying? That it's about them and how we're going to help them. You know what I mean? And it's easy for us to get carried away, but we have to remember who's number one here. You know, if you invite that your friend over, your cousin over, your relative over, because you want something, right? You want something from them. You're not going to sit them down at the dinner table and keep talking about yourself. You're going to say, hey, that's beautiful. That's beautiful shoes. Are those new shoes? Oh my God, look at you. If you've been working out, you lost a few pounds. You know what I mean? It's about them, about making them feel nice. So we have to remember that. So let's go through the ethical principles of persuasion. We have, one of them is, hey, listen, I call it, can I bring you home to mama? And what that stands for is really a likable authority. So if you read, so it's like, who is this dude, right? This is a very important section because people not only buy from those they like and trust, but they actually buy what you believe in. So like, all right, who is this dude? And the problem is, this is crazy. This is actually about, oh boy. Hold on a second, my phone is dying. You see, a lot of entrepreneurs, this is very common. A lot of high-level people, a lot of entrepreneurs have something called an imposter syndrome, okay? And what happens is this. A lot of the times, it's like we show up. It's like we're showing up to, it's like showing up to a barbecue eating contest in white clothes, or it's like showing up to a car race with no gas, right? It's like, wait a minute, dude, like, let me give you an example. This is his story. This dude made an app, okay, that became number one, that ranked higher than Disney's app, than Pixar's app, that like multi-billion dollar company. This dude's app ranked ahead of them. That's an asset that you have. That's a resource that you have. That is your that's your asset. And a lot of us hide that. Because I read people's stuff and I'm like, dude, it's so blasé. But then when I interview them, they're like, it's exactly like this. It's like you're going for a job interview and you went to Harvard University. And you sit in the interview and you're like, oh yeah, dude, I was the vice president of the chess club in high school. And I'm sitting there on your shoulder. I'm like, dude, tell me what to Harvard. And then you're like, yeah, I used to babysit my cousin too sometimes. I'm like, dude, tell me what to Harvard. And like, everyone's got these things, but they're shy to talk about it. They feel like maybe they're an imposter. They feel like they don't want to talk about themselves. Here's the mentality we have to get ourselves into, right? You're awesome at something. You've got competition. who's not as good as you. They're not helping the people as well as you can help them. Your competition is not that good. You can help them a lot better. It is now, you've been gifted that. It is now your molecular responsibility to serve them and to save the people, to serve the people, to help them, to get them results. Otherwise, your good for nothing competition is going to take them and give them no results. Okay? So in order to serve the people, to get in front of them and to make this transaction and use all this psychology, we got to give them everything we got. We got to give them everything we got. And our website, our funnel, that's our store. That's our pitch. That's our marketing. Like, we got to give them everything we got. We can't have gone to Harvard and not tell them. We can't have the #1 freaking app that beat Disney and Pixar and not tell them. So you got to make sure that this is impressive. And you got to really, if you read this, it's like a little blasé in the sense that, look, I developed some apps. They flopped. I developed some apps. They flopped. What I started doing is, instead of giving up, I started studying the top apps. And I noticed patterns. And I'm like, and right before I was about to give up, I look at everything, I'm like, oh my God, dude, all the top apps over the past year or two in all these categories, they all follow the same pattern. Oh, it's like I discovered gold, but then I'm like, well, I don't know. Let me put it in practice. So then I built an app following that exact pattern that I identified by studying these guys. And guess what? It became #1 in the world, beating out Disney and Pixar. And I want to give you that pattern. Sign up here. So you need to why are you doing this? I don't want people to feel like a failure like I did when my apps failed. Give them that story. You got to have a strong, compelling story. Like in a movie, they have character development. Some characters you don't feel for, and some characters you're rooting for them. You really want them to win, or you really want them to get the girl or whatever. It's because the character development was good. And this is where you need to develop your character. Does that make sense? So we have messaging. We have likable authority. Let's talk about social proof for a second. You see, the social proof here is a little weak, right? So check this out. Highly recommend to anyone who wants to bring their apps to life. I now have a much better idea of what needs to be done, of what's needed for me to get where I want to be. It's just kind of weak, man. So here's the thing. There's another phenomenal study. You're not going to believe this. I actually had difficulty believing this because some things don't make sense in life, but they're true. They did a study that, like, for example, Arne, if your buddy tells you, dude, when you're in Mexico, go check out this tapas bar, it's freaking off the hook. What are the chances you're going to go check that out?
A lot higher than if I just walked right past it.
The thing is, you're probably definitely going to go. The shocking truth is that there's a statistic that around about 80% of people read these testimonies and treat it and interpret it like it's a friend of theirs recommending something. So social proof is extremely powerful. And most people are screwing it up like this. Like, it's just weak. It's just not. Things need to I need to flicker. I need to change my emotional state when I read something, get excited, get my mouth watering, get my eyes dilating. But it's like, hey, I have a better idea now where I want to go. Okay, I'm glad for you. Do you know what I mean? If this pattern if your stuff is so good, dude, tell me about a guy. Dude, I failed I failed on 3 apps. I followed this pattern. I now have a top 5 app in all of America. Give me some of that stuff. Give me something strong. Give me something juicy, something I can hook up to. Do you know what I mean? Now, he's got the design pretty good here. This is another testimony, but again, it shows the app, it's well designed, right? But the thing is, this is the same one over and over again. Yeah, this is the same one over and over again. But the thing is, it doesn't talk about, look, I made an app, but what did the app do? What did the app do? Where did it, I need results. I need to see something. So the social proof needs help. So we've talked about social proof. We've talked about likable authority. We've talked about that. Let's talk about scarcity. And I tell you what, this guy's actually done some everyone's pretty bad at scarcity. This is pretty good, actually. This is a rare time where it's a pretty good case of scarcity, I think. So time is of the essence. First, someone could make your app before you do. That's good scarcity. Like, hey, dude, you better hurry before someone takes your idea, because entrepreneurs have this inherent fear that someone else is going to do what they do. It's, I mean, this is like a fear that all the entrepreneurs have, right? It's like, no, they're going to take it. I better do it real quick. Second, I only printed a few hundred copies. When they're gone, they're gone. I love it. If this page is still here, their offer's still here, but supplies go quickly. I like it. I like it. I like it. However, there's two problems here. Number one, where's this dude looking? This dude's looking into the abyss. I need him looking here, because he's looking there. The text is over here. You're just making my neck hurt. In essence, like, you know, my brain's confused. I was like, where's this guy looking? Well, text is here. Where's he going? And people don't, you know, people need to understand how people look at websites. People don't look at websites like this, like, I'll pay, okay, the same process I used. They don't, that's not what they do. They're watching like this, dude. They're people are, this is what they're doing. If something interesting, then they stop. They're scrolling, bro. They're not, and here's the thing, they're going to scroll. You actually have excellent scarcity, but you're hiding it. Because when people are scrolling, they're going to go right over it. This needs to be its whole new section. You see over here, it's a new section. This text should actually be right here.
Yeah, I can't even read that. And if I can't read that, imagine somebody who's, you know, 60 years old trying to read that. Like, I had a friend of mine, older friend, and I had him review my funnel one time, and he says, make everything bigger. I can't read it. I'm going to close this page. You lost me. I was like, dang, okay. Yeah, that's true.
That's funny. That's the thing. You have to, but you see, if we don't understand how people are viewing the website, the funnel, how are we going to create one? In essence, my dad told me something when I was a kid. This dude used to whip my butt all the time in video games. And my dad was laughing one time. He's like, do you want to know why he always beats you? I was like, yeah. He's like, at the time, he's like, because he reads the instruction manual before he plays. And he knows the game before he plays it. And I'm just going in there like a psycho entrepreneur. I'll figure it out. I'm just going to jump off the cliff and build the parachute on the way down. You know what I mean? You got to know the game before you play it. You know what I mean? You got to know the game before you play it. I'm going to turn on the do not disturb here. But does that make sense? You got to know the game before you play it.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. So that's, yeah. So now we covered all the 5 ethical principles of persuasion. You got scarcity. Oh, there's one more, reciprocity. Reciprocity is giving value. And the value is simply, you simply want to say, you know, most people are not doing this, right? The value is, hey, dude, and you can Google these statistics, and I'm just making it up. 80% of people 80% of people who plan to launch an app have failed miserably. Not only that, but they're now, you know, X amount of dollars in debt. They're all in, you know, $1,000 in debt, whatever. Don't be another statistic. Okay. You know, when the masses go this way, all the success goes that way. I have a proven pattern. I've proven it to you. It's worked time and time again. Don't get caught in the rat race. You know, come here now. Don't be a statistic. And it's just that wake up call that, oh, dude, this is a published statistic. Harvard published this. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going down that path. No, I need to go this way where this guy is. I need to be different like this. It's just, reciprocity is so valuable, dude. You give somebody a flower, they want to give you back a garden. You give somebody cheese, they're going to give you back lasagna. It's like, dude, I can't tell you, like, I was at a conference and there was this big time guru. And we were at the, I bumped into him at the gift shop. And he was in line with his wife and he was buying a salad. And I was right behind him and he was up and I said, hey, don't worry about it. It's on me. And I don't know, it was $5, $10, whatever it was. $5, $10, just bought him a salad. The dude was so happy, so grateful, so touched by that he felt, because humans are inherently good, that he had to reciprocate. He felt that, oh, this dude did something for me, I got to do something for him, because that's how humans feel. Like, do you feel comfortable if people keep doing things for you and you don't do anything for them? You get embarrassed. This is a very powerful human emotion. So that dude actually asked me, this is like one of the top, you know, internet guys around. he asked me, he's like, dude, what's your number one problem right now in your business? Let's solve it. Like, all that for $5? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he didn't even, and you know, it's just reciprocal. Leading with value is very, very valuable. So cool. I'm happy to answer any questions. If anybody wants to add any questions in the comments, I can see that. Or Arnie, if you got anything. But by the way, this guy's a really cool guy. He's a friend of mine, and you know, I'm working with him, and he's actually very happy. But this is, you know, I just did a follow review for him earlier today, and you know, I think it's a great product. And this is something I love. Like, this is a great product. People really need it, but we need to present it properly. It's like a great guy. Like, dude, this is a great guy, but we can't seem to get him married, and it's because, you know, he's a slump, or this guy hasn't got a haircut in 3 years, or you know, he hasn't taken a shower. So it's just like, the person's good, but we need to just clean it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, cool, man. Was that helpful?
Yeah, totally. Good stuff. And I think there's so many just little tiny elements where, like, overall it's good, but great is what's really going to get people across that finish line. So make great funnels, guys.
Yeah. I think I'll just do 2 more because my throat's hurting. Is that okay?
No worries. Let's see what we got.
Okay, I'll do yours and one other. I'll do yours, and I'll do this. I'll do this one. This is a makeup company. Is that cool? Should I do this one?
Yeah, go for it.
This is a makeup company. Look, I don't particularly, you know, they do different weddings here for different types of people here. They do bridal makeup. I'm not a big fan of the industry, to be honest with you. That's kind of a different story. But you know, anyway, we'll try to help people out. Here's the thing. I go to this website. You've given me some pictures. I click on these pictures. Nothing happens. All right, so you kind of lost me already. Like, I see some pictures here. There's nothing going on. What do you want from me? You know what I mean? This person's looking kind of weird. I don't. What's happening here? You know what I mean? You need to capture somebody. Okay, you really need to capture somebody. What is this about? Now, this particular company is actually struggling, and I actually had a consult with them this morning. And here's the thing. There's a lot of mindset issues here. There's a lot of people in this world who have no money. And there's a lot of people in this world who have money. You see, this person is treating their business like a commodity. A commodity is something like wheat or gold or silver or something like this. Now, Arnie, if silver, whatever, it's $1 an ounce, let's just say, that's a fact. It's $1 an ounce. So whether you're selling the silver or Sally's selling the silver or Mike is selling the silver, it doesn't matter. It's not worth anything more because Sally's selling it or Tim is selling it. It's $1. That's the commodity price. That's the market price. When you treat your business like a commodity, you're screwed. Because here's the thing, the commodity market, these are people, they're going to call 5 bridal makeup people, right? And they're going to call each other. They don't care if you use organic makeup. They don't care anything. They just want to, what's your price? What's your price? What's your price? They're going to book the cheapest person. They couldn't care less if you're a freaking criminal. And they will, you know, they don't care if that you've gone around like beating up brides. They don't care about anything. They just want the cheapest price in the world. You know what I mean? You're never going to win that game. That's a horrible game to play because dude, there's people who are out there who will work for nothing. They'll work and they'll make like $1. Like their margins are. I've bought things on eBay for like $1 and they've come from China. I'm like, how do they even afford to ship this from me? Never mind the actual stuff in the envelope. There's something that I bought, like whatever it was, like a keychain or something. Like, how the hell did you ship it to me from China for $1? And there's people will work for nothing. You do not want to compete with that. Run as far away from that customer as possible. You need to build. You see, that's a commodity. What I'm saying is build a brand. Now, the problem with this company here is they have not built a brand. And it's actually a very simple thing to do. Now, here's the thing. If these people here were to put up content, or instead of these random pictures with no headline, if they were to put a video, okay, and I'll show you my website. If they were to put up a video explaining who they are, why they do what they do. Tell some stories about brides. Instead of like every person just puts pictures of brides, right? Tell some stories that, hey, this is Lisa. She never thought she would get married. She had to leave school to support her family. She had to work at a young age. She never thought she would get married. She had to just sacrifice her life to take care of her family. And one day, you know, Prince walked through the door and everything changed. Like a story with a candid picture, you know, and you have a video and you talk about your why. That dude, women were getting like, the makeup industry was going like Vogue, they were going rogue, and they were just like dousing all these women with endless makeup, transforming them to look like something else. And I had to come in there and say, no, women are beautiful. I just need to enhance them I just need to enhance their natural beauty or highlight their natural beauty with little highlights. And we use organic things, because the other things destroy your skin. And we're here to just make you feel happy and confident on the best day of your life. And you tell a story and you have great visuals and you have some testimonies. Now you're creating a brand. Now, if you get someone to buy into your belief, now they don't give a hoo-ha what the neighbors charge you. They couldn't care less. I want this dude. I don't care. He's double the price, don't care. I want this dude because I believe in that.
Yeah, so that reminds me. So I was just at the grocery store the other day. So my dad came down here and hang out in Mexico, and we're in the grocery store shopping around, and you know it's a grocery store in Mexico. It's not all the same food, and he likes yogurt. So we hop over to the yogurt section. He's checking some stuff out, and he said, "You know what? I got this yogurt, but I really wish there was Chobani yogurt. I really like that Chobani yogurt." I was like, "Oh yeah," and then he said, "Oh, here it is," and he picked it up. He put the other one back and he said, I like this yogurt and I support this founder. He was a guy that came over to America, built this company up from nothing, went all over the States, went global, and he is the true American dream. So I always support him when I can. And I was like, wow, that's cool. That is a true supporter off of a true story. And having that kind of a attachment to a brand like that is what everybody should have if they have a brand.
You couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, people, I kid you not, people have like changed. They had like somebody booked them, like their assistant booked, like somebody booked them or whatever. They booked a ticket to a flight, and they asked, what soda are you serving? And it was Pepsi, and they switched to another airline who served Coke. These are true stories. People want to attach themselves to something they believe in, something cool. Do you know what I mean? Now, from a strategy point of view, check this out. Okay, I Googled makeup companies. Okay, I'm going to click on packages now, right? Oh, Nelly, what do we got going on over here? Prices? What in the hoo-ha? So, well, first of all, when I click on this, nothing happens. So I don't necessarily know the point of this. Oh, this is a nightmare. Okay, even if I'm interested, I have no idea how to buy this because there's nothing happening here. But here's the thing. When I interviewed these people, you see this bride, there's a consultations. What happens is you go to them and they put makeup on you. It's a little trial to see like, hey, dude, do you love this? And the person's like, oh my God, I love this. And it's a trial. It's only $60. I found out that their closing ratio is like 90+% on the consultation. So here's the thing. You're talking about silver, gold, diamond, habara, on all these prices. Dude, you have built zero value. You've given me no value. And now you're just like, dude, give me my money. Give me that money. It's like going on a first date and say, hey, will you marry me? You're going to get punched in the face. And that's exactly what happens to these funnels. They get punched in the face. How dare you talk about pricing? What value have you given anybody here? Sell the trial. Understand your business. I have a 90% close rate. Wait a minute. Let me get people in a trial, and then I'll sell them. Cold here, maybe you'll sell like the lowest packages, maybe. But when you give them value and you get them in for a trial, you'll probably sell them on the diamond all day, every day. And by the way, these prices are ridiculously cheap. And most people are. Most people can easily, we have increased businesses. My clients, I've increased their businesses. I kid you not, every time we've increased our clients' business by simply saying double your prices. And you got to do that ethically. You have to obviously be talented. You have to obviously be within your market range. You don't want to price gouge or take advantage of like your brand or anything like that. But this is ridiculous. This takes hours and hours and hours for me to put makeup on you and your people. And I'm $200. Like, dude, come on. That's like minimum wage. So artists, dude, there's people who charge $5,000 and they have a wait list of months. You need to understand your worth. You need to understand, you have to charge according to the size of the problem you're solving. And it's a big problem. People say they want to look real good on their wedding. You know what I'm saying? And again, not that I fully support this industry, but the bottom line is people want to look good on their wedding. So you have to understand that, and you have to strategize and understand your business and point people the right way, because that's what a funnel is, isn't it? It's a journey. It's that slippery slope. Where are you taking them? And you're taking them to the wrong places right now. You need to be building a lot of value and setting up to get a trial, closing up on the trial on your highest packages, increase your prices. Your business is going to increase big time, big time. I guarantee it.
Through that, and especially that thing about like the 3 packages first up, and then when you try and hover over it, it disappears to a photo. It's like, why are you taking the thing away? I'm trying to look at the thing.
Right. Yeah.
How do I get the thing? You know what? Never mind. I'm going back to Google.
Right. Peace. I'm going to Netflix. I'm watching Bird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, cool, man. I'm going to do your funnel. I think that'll be and then I can talk about something special afterwards. Does that sound good? For
sure. And real quick note. So for a few people out there who dropped a link on that post, I said, hey, we're reviewing some funnels. Akbar actually hit me up and he had good news. He said, you know what? We got a lot of really, really good funnels here.
Yeah.
We're not going to review all the good ones because they're doing good. So if you guys are missing this and you wanted to get a review, you're not getting one, we're running out of time. That's good news. So we picked some of the ones to improve and get some help on. And my latest,
I want to give a shout out to
work too. So definitely excited to see how this one gets torn up.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to to my boy Kevin here. It's a good funnel, and there are little tweaks that I could tell him. And Kevin, if you want to reach out to me, I'm happy to tell you. But I think for like a mass training for everybody, it's like this funnel's already good, and there's certain things that we could improve to make it better. You know what I mean? Like certain security badges here, certain like 256K bit encryption. Instead of a guarantee, it's like your promise. So there's not like little tweaks. So there's different levels. Like you go from bad to good to great. There's different levels. This is like a solid funnel. So there's like these little tweaks that we need to make that we now need to refine. Like this is refinement. You know what I mean? But like a site like this is a redo. And the reason I choose to or like this, the reason I choose to do these trainings is because most people's funnels are like this. Most people have bad funnels because if you're not converting, if you're not making good money, your funnel's no good. So I feel like people learn the most from this. So yeah, to some people like Kevin, you guys have awesome funnels. You just, we all always need some refinement to increase stuff. So, if you guys want to reach out to me personally, happy to talk. But anyway, I think the last one we'll do is Arne, and then I have a special message for everybody. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I haven't seen this before, but okay. Off the bat, Arne, I'm not going to beat you up too much. Don't worry. Want to start a lucrative group marketing manager business in the next 30 days. Okay. So straight up from like a design point of view, it's shoddy, right? Like it's way too much block. You got some stuff going on here. Big block. It's aesthetically not pleasing, right? It's aesthetically discombobulated where it's difficult, for me. Like if you take a look at, for example, like Kevin, you see the designs, like you've got a pink background, you've got this big one, this is highlighted, and I'm not saying you have to go as colorful, but you can see a different section here. It's a little busy, but you see it's just like easier to read, easier to navigate. Like I can see like holistically, like, okay, video, value, okay, how does this work? Timer, okay, stack, social proof, Okay, who this guy is, some more social proof, buy it. Like I can see that from scrolling, right? But the problem, and remember, that's how people look at websites, right? People are not reading like the content will be delivered. I'm going to be, they're scrolling, right? And then they kind of go to the sections that interest them. But the problem is here, it's like, okay, this means, all right, social proof. No idea. No idea. No idea. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not clear. Does that make sense from a design point of view?
Yep.
Okay. Let's just go down the list of ethical principles of persuasion. So likable authority here. Who's teaching this thing? It's Arne, and Arne is an awesome guy, but who's Arne? Where is it? Where are you? I don't see you. Is there a section where it's like about who you are? Like,
maybe not.
oh, here we are. Why listen to me? So you already saw it's like it's hard to find that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So here's the section. Why listen to me on all of this? Why listen to me on all of this? Why listen to me on all of this? Why listen to me? It's a bit of a tongue twister, by the way. Remember, with copy, the magic rule is less is more. And if you can take some words out without it affecting the message, then take it out. You know what I mean? Like why me? You know what I mean? Or something like that. But the way it's worded is a bit of a tongue twister. So, hey, I'm Arne. I live and breathe Facebook group marketing and monetizing audiences. I've built a group. Isn't it 80-something thousand?
Nope, still about 74.
Okay. I built a group to 74,000 plus members, trained over 25,000 entrepreneurs to grow and monetize groups, and had over 1,500 customers for another training program and software, both related to Facebook groups. You can trim that. You can trim that last sentence, right? This is my specialty, my core focus. I'm 110%. So this picture, I would have I'd have this be a much bigger picture, and you can show the audience as well to have more of an authority shot. And now you kind of go through your hero story a little bit. A few years ago, I had nothing more than a dream and a laptop. I had a vision. So this is too modest, right? I mean, you need to invoke emotion more, right? So it's like I was delivering packages for US for minimum wage, and I dove into the online world. And then after failing a couple ones, the fifth one worked. It's too matter of fact. It's very much kind of like an executive corporate summary where we're in the online world. We need to kind of romanticize things a little bit. We need people to fall in. This section is where we need people to fall in love with you, to respect you, to look at you as a likable authority. You know, you got the numbers for sure. You got the stage picture, but like, who are you, bro? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how can you relate to me? Like, how can I feel like a connection to you? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of a little surface level. I'm just saying, let's get a little vulnerable. Let's go a little deeper. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that when we do that, when we take the veil off and we go a little deeper beneath that, that's kind of where the magic happens.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Totally, because like especially how my brain works is so much more like systems, bullet points, numbers. Throw that out.
Yeah.
But so many more people respond a lot better to the the stories, the emotion, all that. Like if I was selling to just people like me, they'd be like, oh, 74,000 group, train 25. Cool. Okay. What's the price? What's included? All right. Sounds good. I'm in,
Yeah. Okay. So that's likable authority. Let's talk about your social proof for a second here. Okay, so we got this one. Win, got on call. Okay, so there's no results here. Do you know what I mean? I kind of skip. I don't see. Basically, they're just saying that. I mean, from scrolling it, it says that I basically can't wait for Thursday's call. The kind of nothing really happened here. She's basically just saying, hey, man, it was cool talking to you. Can't wait to talk to you on Thursday. Basically, right?
Yeah, she got a couple calls booked.
Okay, hold on a second. But nothing really happened here, right? Like she got a couple calls booked, but nothing happened. Nothing closed, right?
Nope, not yet.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is that it goes back. It's just that it's in testimonies, there's bad, good, great. You know, we just want a better testimony. We want something, in other words, we want something with like a desired result, right? Like, for example, when I see this, do I want book calls or do I want like jobs or do I want sales? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to see something. And initially, like traditionally, like some of these social proof setups, like this is where I was before I met Arnie. This is the process working with Arnie. This is what's happened after working with Arnie. Do I recommend Arnie? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, you know, you definitely want it deeper. Let's take a look at okay, is that all the social proof you have?
I got a couple more, just got in recently, so I'm gonna make sure to put those on too.
Okay, so this one, I don't want to become one of them, but I'm down to hire one. That's okay. Okay, so there's really no social proof here. So again, social proof is so powerful. I have to tell you, I told you, remember that about the study. I've done testing myself, even on my own website. We've taken out social proof as a test. The calls booked plummeted. The calls booked plummeted. I was shocked. Social proof is so important, but people just get it wrong. Either it's super microscopic and you can't read it. You need like people are not surfing the web with a microscope. And I don't know why so many people have these super microscopic like screenshots of some testimony, or they don't have it, or it's just kind of like blasé or kind of really not saying anything, kind of like like just not really saying much. So sharp, clean, powerful testimonies. I mean, it's a game changer. So we need to take care of that a little bit. Scarcity is okay. So you got 7 days here, but the reality is, you got 7 days here. The reality is, like, look, you're talking about becoming a group manager. I mean, it's got to be the countdown's okay, but it's got to be a little stronger in the sense of like a little motivational, right? Like I'm not saying, like they said, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So with a group manager, okay. So first of all, let's go to messaging. The top here says, good news. You can leverage other people's audiences and success to make a full-time income. To make a full-time income. I want to see how. Good news. You can leverage other people's audiences and success to make a full-time income yourself. See, I think the messaging is on its way there. It's pretty cool because there is an audience of people who don't want to create an audience, who don't want to be on the camera, who don't want to do a song and a dance like I have to do every day on camera, right? They don't want to become a dancing monkey like me every day doing a Facebook Live. They want to be behind the scenes, but they're smart. They want to leverage audiences. They want to leverage that. So I mean, it's there. Like this is pretty cool surface level, but we got to take it. We got to peel it back a little bit, and we got to understand like what messaging. When your ideal prospect hears that, right? Are they gonna be like, damn, dude, this guy's been reading my diary? Like I'm saying, like your offer, your headline has got to be so good, right? That they literally got to get up in the middle of dinner with their family, open the door and run a mile in the snow to go get your offer. Like, and that's another big thing that people have problems with. It's just like the stuff's not juicy, man. It's just not enticing. Like it's not emotionally moving me to take action. But you're like well on your way there, Arnie. I mean, like you got like great social proof. I mean, you got great authority. The messaging is getting there. It's like, I mean, this is a really, I think, blue market, blue ocean. And I think that you're obviously the guy to teach. So we now need to convince them that this is a great opportunity. Who better than you to teach it? We've helped plenty of other people do it. Why this is the logical choice. Scarcity, give some value. You see, it's the journey. These are the ingredients that we need to do to exchange this value. People give you something when they feel they're getting more, don't they? That's an exchange. So it's kind of this sexy dance, and I feel like we're getting there with this. You know what I mean? The design needs to be kind of totally changed. The reciprocity is the value that you need to give. Like how much. How rapidly this industry is growing, this like freelancer industry, and how badly that people need this, right? I mean, I've had groups before where like people have gotten upset due to some things that have happened because at the time there was no manager. So like people who have groups, they know badly, they know the hard way that, dude, yeah, I need a manager. So, I mean, you're talking about, remember we said we got to charge according to the size of the problem you're solving. This is a big problem. And and we need to present it in a way where it's a no-brainer for people. And it really is. We just have to state the facts. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a really cool offer. It's an exciting offer. I would do video. I would start with a video. I'm big into video. I love video. Of course, you know, the design needs to go. And the messaging, you know, fine-tune, the likable authority, fine-tune, the scarcity, the reciprocity, the social proof, and then the design. And then, yeah, I think you're well on your way there, bro.
Cool. Yeah, good suggestions. I'll pop those in there. Get those other reviews uploaded. And everybody out there watching, what did you guys learn from this one?
Is a steal, by the way. This is a freaking steal for $500.
GripsForProfit.com/mastery, just in case.
No, honestly, it's a steal, and this should be 2,000, and you should sell it for 1,000, bro. Honestly, this is a steal. This is a steal. It's worth more. It's worth 2,000, honestly.
True that.
No, really, I'm not just saying that because you're my buddy. I mean, like, I really mean it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that link in case anybody wants to check it out. Still active for a couple more days. So, yeah, excited on that one. We're getting good results from the beta, and yeah, definitely gonna raise that price up as soon as that beta is done.
Yeah, man, awesome. Cool, bro. So yeah, so if you guys want to see like a cool video, like actually this guy just asked Alex, you can go to my website, which is just myname.com, AKBARSHEIKH. And Alex asks, how do you romanticize a story? You can watch this video. You can watch this video that I did, and you can see how we romanticized it. But yeah, guys, if anybody, that's my homepage. Yeah, straight up. So here's the thing. This is my website. You know, we help people with all this stuff, all the kind of things that we talked about today. It's interesting, man. Like, you know, you can do a lot of things. This whole internet thing, bro, you know, it's like you can make money a lot of different ways, man. You know, you and I could just sit, you know, never be behind the camera and sell something e-com. We could just sell freaking, I don't know, whatever. We could literally sell pens, and we could probably make a living. There's so many different ways to do it. Why am I doing it this way? Why am I doing the coaching stuff? Is because, well, number one, we're good at it. Number two is we're making an impact, and that's really what we want to do. Is we want to help people make more so they can give more. We had a guy here. I posted on my wall. He was making $3,000 to $5,000, you know, a month. We helped them get to about $30,000, $40,000 a month. And what's happening is I don't really care about all that because I'm not very materialistic, but he's making more and he's giving more. And you see, the thing is, it's hard, bro. Like, there's so much chaos in the world, man. I mean, I just got a text today. There's an emergency in Africa. I forget the name of the cyclone. Cyclone, is that the word? It's like a tornado. Cyclone, is that how you say it?
Cyclone, yep.
Cyclone. Dude, 1,000 people dead. It's not even on the news, I don't think. I don't know, maybe it is, but it's definitely not like headline news. But 1,000 people died, 100,000 people at risk. These guys have no money. There's chaos all over the world. People are dying of starvation, orphans. It's a nightmare out there, really. It's chaos. Entrepreneurs are very, well, people are very giving, but a lot of them can't give because they're not making enough. You know, they can't give money. You can still give time and stuff like that, but it's a nice thing to help people make more revenue so they can give more, so we can make the world a better place. I think, you know, we all have to kind of work towards something, and that makes me feel good. I love when people send me pictures of like, you know, hey man, I here's a screenshot. I just, you know, donated something to charity, and it's because of the, you know, the stuff that you helped us with, and it just feels good, you know. So, well, with all the kind of stuff that we talked about today, we help people, ethical businesses, make more so we can try to just make this world a better place, because we're a family, man. You know, all of us, we're entrepreneurs. I think all of us want to make this world a better place. You know, some people might get in with the wrong intentions. Oh, I want to get a car and a mansion and this and that. And you find out when you get there that, you know, you get sick of that stuff real quick and it becomes meaningless real quick. And then eventually you get to the point where you just want to give back. So, you know, we're all together in this mission, man, yeah, as an entrepreneurial family. So that's what it's about. It's just to help each other out, man.
True that. And yeah, like being able to, you know, you can't give from an empty cup. And when you figure out all these different ways to continue to build up your income and your business and your impact, you can. And that's just been amazing to see with, you know, all the different people you worked with and a lot of the people in this community, like the most active people in this community, the most successful are the most giving. So everybody always keep that in mind. Keep giving, you'll get whatever you want.
That's honestly, like, you see, we talked about a lot of different things, bro. We talked about strategy. We talked about pricing strategy. We talked about psychology. We talked about reciprocity. We talked about a lot of things today. I thought it went pretty well. What do you think?
Yeah, totally. What do you guys think out there watching? I know I learned a few things. Got some updates to make on my sales page. What about you guys? Let me know down below in the comments what was your number one takeaway, and what you were going to go implement. Also, everybody say thanks to Akbar. Like I said before, he could be anywhere in the world right now. He's here hanging with us. So yeah, thanks to Tom for coming on, man.
No, and you know, I was just saying that my point was, you know, we talked about a lot of things. You know, there's a lot of things to discuss, but honestly, I'll tell you my number one secret, and I'm very happy to say it. You know, the older traditions, they didn't want to tell their secrets because they thought other people copied, but I want everybody to copy it. Honestly, my number one secret is giving. It's not a pixel. It's not any ethical principle persuasion. It's honestly none of that. It's really just giving. You know, I hate to be cheesy and say it, but it's just true. You know, the more you give, the more you get. I challenge you to prove me wrong. I want you to give a little extra today, guys. I want you to give a little bit, you know, even if you feel a little bit of a pinch, even if you're like, oh, that's a little over my budget. It's okay. It's okay. I promise you, you're going to get more. It's an investment. It's the best investment you can possibly make. I promise you, prove me wrong. And frankly, I've said that all over the place to people all over the world. To this day, no one's been able to prove me wrong. So, and it's not me, like, prove me wrong. This is like the universe. This is what God says. Like, if you want to know the truth, God says that when you give, it's an investment. Okay. It's not, you're not losing that money. So it's the best investment you can make, better than, in my opinion, real estate, stocks, God forbid, cryptocurrency. But by the way, when I talk about different funnels, man, we're just having fun. I'm not, you know, we're not here to offend anybody or pick on anybody. You know, we're just having some fun, and I mean it with love, and we're trying to help people out. So I hope no one got upset about any of that.
True that. Yeah, good stuff. Awesome, man. Well, yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Any final thoughts, or is that about it?
No, thanks for having me, man. Seriously, I mean, I think you're a really good guy, and your people are very smart to stay in the group, and I pray it grows to 1 million, and I think you're doing a great job and a great service, and I really appreciate you, bro. I really do.
Thanks, man. You too. All right, thanks guys for tuning in, and as always, if you guys enjoy these, make sure to show up live. Check us out on YouTube if you can't catch the live streams. Millennial Entrepreneur Podcast on iTunes. Hang out in the Facebook group. We're all over the place, and we're here to help you. So show up, pay attention, thank our speakers, and go take action, because that's what we're really here to help you guys do. Not just entertain you with our good looks and funnel reviews, but a little bit more than that. We want you to go out and take some action. So get to it, guys. Have a great day, everybody, and I will catch you guys next time on MECTV. Later.
Peace.